What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wrench Avengers. Today we're going to be putting the new camshaft in, going over some of the tuning stuff, and then taking the car for a drive. So let's get into it. Take the distributor all the way off. Tuning. Even that I think it's that long. It's upside down or not. Can be. This trigger might have to come off. Oh, that's upside down. Except you guys should do that. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. So the camshaft that we pulled out was a Delta 272-2, which is, if I remember right, a Bisimoto clone, ground by Delta. Though this cam is actually good and doesn't break in half like Bisi cams, but you know, that's none of my business though. So the camshaft that we used was a Crowler 63443Z, which is a D16 Z6 camshaft. We struggled with it a little bit due to the mix-matched parts we have in this engine. It's actually got a D16 Y8 head with flat-faced valves. I was using it on my high compression engine, and I wanted to keep the compression up with this block using eagle rods. So to keep my compression in the 8.5 range, we use this head. So I didn't want to switch over to my Z6 head that had, you know, a lesser combustion chamber and stuff, so it would bring my compression down. The cylinder head, the Y8 cylinder head, is ported, so it works just fine. I just needed a bigger camshaft, and this fit the bill. We struggled a little bit with the cam gear due to the fact that it is a Z6 cam, a Y8 head, and then a Z6 block. It just kind of made it difficult. I started off with a Z6 cam gear. It wasn't working out so well, so we actually went back to the Y8 cam gear, an AEM Y8 cam gear, and then went ahead and advanced that another 4 degrees or so, and that finally brought the timing into a good place that we could at least start from. The camshaft will need to be advanced a little bit more to bring my power band down a little bit. It's way up top, but for now it's going to run okay, and that's something we can do later on. So we didn't get any actual footage of the tuning process, so I'll just go over kind of what we did. My buddy James came down to help with the tuning. He's the one who's tuned all of the engines in this car so far. So we use Neptune and a Mo8's Demon 1 for tuning. So we start the process by pulling out the wastegate springs and actually put in the smallest spring, which in this case is roughly 5 psi. We go ahead and go and tune that and get it all the AFRs good up to 5 psi. Then we go back to the shop, we pull the wastegate spring out and replace it with the other spring, which happens to be roughly 10 psi. So then we go ahead and get the engine tuned up to 10 psi, and at this point the car is running fantastically. It is better than the previous turbo for sure, and that turbo was on around 12 psi. So it's certainly faster right now, even just with 10. But we're not done yet. So we get it all tuned to 10 psi, then go back and we put both springs in there for roughly 15 psi. I know the map sensor was seeing 14 psi, which makes sense after going through the intercooler and everything. This whole thing's getting tuned on 91 octane, which is all that I really have readily available to me. So with 15 psi, this thing is ripping super hard. It pulls all the way up into 8,500 RPM without a single problem. But that camshaft does need advanced a little bit more, bring that power band down a little bit. My out of boost ranges are suffering some due to the size of that camshaft. But before I can actually advance the camshaft anymore, I really need to clay the engine more than likely due to the higher compression cylinder head. I'm worried about the actual valves hitting the pistons, but that's a problem for another time. So the next thing we have to do is just go drive it. Started out by giving my old man a ride. He wanted one, so I obliged. He didn't really want in the camera, so I tried to keep him out of the shot as best I could. So this camera angle doesn't really do it justice. It doesn't really feel like it's going all that fast, but it's pulling pretty dang hard. Certainly faster than the previous turbo was. So we did go ahead and do another pull, this time with full throttle through first and second. Then my brother wanted a ride, so I went ahead and gave him one as well. I changed up the camera angle in hopes to get a better feel for how fast the car's going, but I don't think it really helped any. Then again, we decided to do another pull with a little more throttle this time. So there you have it, guys. That's the video for today. I'll try to get some more videos of the car. Hopefully, maybe some with footage of the tack while we're doing a pull or something. Just something that might be able to help you get a feel for how fast the car is actually going. Next race season, we'll definitely be taking the car out and seeing what it'll actually do on the track. It's certainly faster than it was. I'm just excited to see where it's at and then be able to grow from there. There's plenty of other things we can do to help speed this thing up even more. So that's all to come probably next summer, spring, summer, whatever. So thanks guys for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you disliked the video, give it a thumbs down. Leave a comment down in the comments. Let me know what you think of the car. Don't forget to check out my Instagram and consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching, guys.